Thank you very much, Avi. I mean, it's illuminating to understand that such slender shoulders sort of shoulder the responsibility of 7,500 people, but also those 7,500 people are the people whose belief is motivating you. So that's wonderful. Up next, we have Mukul Deora. It says here that he is a serial entrepreneur and a serial artist. When I first met him quite a few years ago in London, he presented himself as purely an artist and a musician to me. So I asked him today, I said, I didn't know you were a businessman. He said, listen, I make music I can't get up and make music on a Monday when you wake up. I do it 5 hours a week, and for the rest of the time I make money. But I don't need to pose, as that person. I said, why? So he says, because for a long time I have lived this schizophrenic life, that where do I fit in? Am I good enough as this? Am I good enough as that? Am I the entrepreneur? Am I the musician? And I've finally come to, at whatever age, 35 now, 36, come to the point in my life where I can be me, where I can be even as weird as I like in my business avatar. And that's what's amazing, that he today has the confidence to be a very successful entrepreneur as well as a successful performer, artist, musician, and all the other things that he's going to talk about. Floor is yours. But please stick to 10 minutes, otherwise I will be in trouble. So I'm requesting everyone here, stick to your time limits.
I'll do my best. Thank you, Koel. Thank you, everybody. When we were outside after lunch, a funny thing happened, which I wanted to share with all of you. All the young dynamic students came and they were like, sir, photo, sir, autograph, all that stuff. And I was signing this girl's little autograph book that she had. And on the left, I saw someone had written a little note and signed it with a big P. So I was like, who's that? And she's like, sir, that's me. So I was like, no, who's signing it? And she's like, sir, that's Prabhu Deva. So I said, Prabhu Deva, the actor? She's like, yeah. So I was like, what, he's here? She's like, yes, sir, he's here. So I was like, really, where? And then I saw her walking at the back, looking sheepishly. So I was like, come here. I was like, that wasn't Prabhu Deva, was it? She was like, no, that was Mr. Prabhu Chawla. So, the legendary Mr. Prabhu Chawla. So that's like how we all were when we were young, full of energy, but needing some direction, which is why I'm here today, I guess, and we all are here to give you some kind of direction. Although after you hear me speak, I think you won't be sure if I'm the right person for that. So when people ask me what do I do, it's like, here we go again. And the first thing I say is, do you want the long version or the short version? And if they say short version, then I say, honestly, I try to kill time in the best way possible. Mostly this shuts everyone up. But if they say, what do you do? So I say, well, I'm a musician, a conceptual artist, a film producer, and I run a couple of businesses. So they're like, wait, what do you mean? What do you mean by musician? You practice at home. So I was like, no, I've released a couple of albums. I sing, not very well. I sing, I play the guitar, I play the piano, I write lyrics myself, I produce, compose, all that kind of stuff. And then they say, conceptual art. What is conceptual art? So I give them an example of my last work, which I'm going to try to bring up here for you. My last piece was a piece called Break. It was a participative experiment in which maybe the slide should come up. Even if it doesn't matter. It was when you enter the gallery, so it was like an art show opening. Mukul's next art show opening. You come into the gallery. There's nothing there but a sign and a velvet rope around the sign, and the sign says, Break has moved. To participate in Break, please take the shuttle bus downstairs to an undisclosed location. So everybody went down to take a shuttle bus, and they went to this mill, Mukesh Mills, which is, this beautiful, jagged, crumbling mill in Bombay. And it's all dark out there, and they're walking, and they take a turn, and there's these two bouncers with a table full of legal disclaimers. And everyone has to sign a disclaimer saying that they're responsible for any injury that will happen to them if they go ahead. So, they do that. And they go in, and there's this Contessa car, which maybe you can't see in this open space, very cinematically lit. So you can only see the car, and all around is blackness, and some sledgehammers lying around. And the audience then rose to the challenge and smashed the car. So what it was, for me, it was art as a participative experiment, art as an emotion. It was putting the audience in a situation where a more primal, expressive side is allowed to emerge. And it was also a response to art openings, which I find really boring. You sip wine and look at paintings. That's conceptual art. just to give you an idea. So the next thing anybody asks me is, that sounds really good, but did you make any money on it? This is India. Where's the money? So this was a very profitable venture because in conceptual art, you sell the documentation. We had 2 people filming it, 3 people shooting photos. So we had beautiful canvases of the work, the smash car. We had the sledgehammers, the sound recordings, all the pieces of the car. Everything was sold for like 50 times more than the cost of the car and setting it up. So what I just want to say is that even the most random, strange ideas, if you pursue them, can lead to interesting results. Which leads me to a quote from George Bernard Shaw, who said that, let me see if I remember it, the reasonable man adapts himself to his surroundings, while the unreasonable man adapts his surroundings to himself. Here's the car slide, it's come. So this is a photo of someone breaking it. This is another photo of some people breaking it. And this is how it looked at the end. So this is the photo which we printed on canvas, big canvas, looks really nice, sold for a decent amount of money, etc. Sorry, back to George Bernard Shaw's quote. Now, what is it? The reasonable man adapts himself to his surroundings. Unreasonable man adapts his surroundings to himself. Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man.